Hey guys, Brad here with Custom Offsets. Got episode lists and levels. This one is very exciting because it's for Toyota, and we never get Toyotas in here. And there's a lot of Toyota guys out there that are always asking us to do Toyota kits, so we're finally going to do one for you. This is the BDS 4.5-inch kit here, their cross-member kit. I believe the year split on Toyotas is 07 to 14, or no, 07 to 15 Tundra I'm talking about, not Tacoma. And then 16 and up. This one's going on a 2014 Tundra. So this will be the 07 to 15 kits. The newer ones are pretty much the same installation steps. So obviously we got these new lower control arm drop cross members, and you can see that these things are quite massive on the Toyotas here, the Tundras. And then everything else you'd expect. One thing that's a little different is, rather than a top strut spacer, they use a lower strut spacer on these kits, which is a little different. And because of this, you cannot use this on the TRD Pros, which have the factory Bilstein coilovers. And it's also not recommended to use them on the Tundras that come with the factory yellow Bilsteins, because the shock body actually doesn't fit in here properly. So that's just something to look out for. There's a note for it on the website in case you are unsure. So standard stuff here, got the lift knuckles, strut spacers, we got our differential drops and everything like that, as you would expect. This is a one-piece skid plate. The Tundras are a little different. They have a flat bottom on them, a little different than some of the other trucks. Another nice thing about BDS is they include these Weld-in reinforcement panel plates. So where you cut the cross member, the factory cross member on there, when you're lowering the front diff down, they give you these plates to basically weld in place where you've cut to reinforce everything back up, which is nice. New sway bar end links. They give you these nice new tie rod ends, so you're not cutting your factory tie rods or anything to make them fit. And then lots of hardware, as you can see on these kits. They got some new bump stops in here and other stuff like that. Some cam adjustment plates. This customer decided to go with the Fox 2.0s in the rear, which is always a good option. You can get the normal Annex 2s, but he upgraded the Fox 2.0s. And then for the back, it's just simply going to be some blocks in the back. Some blocks, and these are tapered blocks for the rear. And then new U-bolts and nuts for the back. So pretty standard stuff, but it's a little different because it's on Toyota. And we're going to go install it. All right, everyone, we have the BDS 4-inch lift installed here on the Tundra. We got it up in the air so you can see, the components like normal after the install. We got the new tie rods on here that BDS provides, which is nice, and no messing around with cutting the factory ones or anything like that. We got our massive new lift knuckles up here, which are going to correct your ball joint angles. As you can see, the truck's at full droop on the lift, and the factory upper ball joint isn't even close to being maxed out. Lower control arm, drop cross members are in place. One thing to note is you can't run factory wheels on this kit. We actually just tried it to see. Even with the factory 20s, it actually contacts the tie rod right about here. So you have to run an aftermarket wheel with enough offset basically to move it away from this. I suppose you could run the factory wheel with a spacer, but not sure on the size. We didn't get that far into it. As you can see, the new sway bar end links are here. These massive beefy Heim joint links. BDS uses a lower strut spacer on these kits, which is a little different. Pros and cons to the pros is it's a little bit more aesthetically pleasing, as you don't see the strut spacer up on top. One of the cons is you got to be careful on what struts these trucks have, because the Tundras come with different Bilsteins and blah blah blah, and the bodies are actually a different diameter. They may not work. That's why BDS notes that. And then, as you can see, got the skid plate here. It's a flat belly on the Tundras here, which is kind of nice. It drops the diff down, and it's protected completely with the new skid plate. Really, that's about it up front, I believe. In the back, Banker didn't take a back wheel off, so we can't really see anything, but there's not much to see. You can probably come around in the back and check it out. It's just going to be blocks in the back with the new U-bolts, and then customer went with Fox 2.0s to upgrade the shocks. You can see there's some brake line relocation brackets that need to be done, which are all included in the kit. So this is going to be for the diff vent, and then brake line relocation bracket. Once again, this truck is at full droop, and you know, they're not tight. They may look tight, but they're not. And that's at full droop, so you'll never really, I guess unless you're dumping it, you're not really going to have a problem. And really, that's pretty much it. I don't think there's any, you don't have to reroute the e-brake cable or anything like that. That's going to be it, pretty much. BDS 4-inch on, what year is this Tundra? On a 2014 Tundra.